Anime is different. Anime, since its birth, has been different from everything else. Anime has literally changed the world, and not too many people have come to realize it yet, but that's why you're subscribed, right? Right? When you think of anime, what do you think of? A Japanese style story with quirky slash relatable characters, a dense protagonist who won't stop crying? I mean, that's true, but that's not what makes anime anime.
Are you sure about that?
Well, that must lead to the question, what is anime? Anime is a diverse and culturally contrasting medium which brings stories and ideas that can't be brought to life anywhere else. And that's why we're going over 2 ways anime has changed the world.
Bars to the rookie, they cold and they hot, to the wrong thing, you get frozen on the spot. But be the best whether you like it or not. Bako go bitchin', I hear that a lot. Momo my dime piece, I got it on lock. #1 hero, straight to the top. If I bring out the ice, you'll be stiff as a rock, and I'm just so mean with it, I cannot stop.
In September 1963, Astro Boy became the first anime television show to debut on American TVs. Not to be confused with the first anime brought over to America being Three Tails. Astro Boy was the gateway anime for America, which came with a lot of love and a lot of hate, with American parents saying their dislike for the idea of a cartoon character having human traits and feelings, which makes sense considering the times, when the type of shows back then can only be described as cartoonish. This would all change in 1967 when Speed Racer came out, which brought weekly content to the West, which was uncommon at the time, when the West focused on lighthearted comedies and plot lines that could be resolved within the span of the episode. The first thing that anime did to change the world was bring serialized storytelling that anime is known for to the West. Speed Racers hooked in their audience with the idea of having a plot that would take weeks or months for it to resolve. American producers, seeing the success that Speed Racer had and seeing the potential in serialized storytelling, started to shift away from rewriting plots in the 1970s. The date was July 16th, 1988. Set in the cyberpunk future of Neo Tokyo in 2019, Akira portrays a military project using telekinetic children and the fall of the project going out of control. The movie was breathtaking in its animation, not to mention the influence it had on the pop culture on the East and the West, with a 1 billion yen budget, which was unprecedented for a movie at the time. I mean, I think we're doing okay now. I mean, anime alone last year only racked in a little over $17 billion, being up a little bit less than 10% of the previous years. But no, I think we're doing okay. This movie alone led to inspirations that changed the world and left shockwaves that can still be felt today. Today, examples being Kanye West's music video for Stronger, the skyscrapers from Coruscant, and the Star Wars prequels, telekinetic children's story of Stranger Things, and the atmosphere of The Matrix, just to name a few. But the one thing that Kira did that changed the world was it was the first anime not to be westernized. Suddenly, this dark and brutal anime that was undeniably Japanese was taking the world by storm and left the door open for many like it to follow.